everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Goofy Guy Podcast. This is episode 71 for September 28th, 2020.
Wow. Why am I always amazed when you say what number it is?
You are. Even more so than me.
Every time.
Every time. I know. I'm more amazed at what the date is.
That's true. It's September of Nobody Cares Anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's Schmurz Day.
Year of 2020 million.
That's exactly right. Schmurz Day. Hey, I'm Jim Spangler, the Goofy Guy, your host, and that lovely voice that you are listening to is my dear friend and always the person to make me laugh. Ms.
Not
Julie.
effervescent today.
Yes, exactly. Ms. Julie Flaherty.
Hi, everybody. How are you? How are you doing today, Jim?
I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, it's Sunday. The Colts won.
Okay,
I guess
good.
I kind of
Yay, sports
I give away our secret all the time. It's not really the 28th; it's really the 27th. But
that's okay.
But that's okay. We'll release it on the 28th. So,
okay.
But the Colts won, so that made me happy.
Yeah.
I was even happy to get to see them because since I'm in Chicago, the only team I ever get to see is the Bears.
Right.
And so the
I
Bears.
just dated myself again.
Yeah.
It took 2 seconds to date myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Less than 2 minutes. I love that. I love that. Less than 2 minutes. But no, so I'm doing well, you know. Just living life. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything. I'm trying to think of anything happened that was interesting. Nothing really interesting happened. We're helping our daughter look at colleges and fill out college applications and stuff like that. I just can't even believe I'm that old.
Well, I want to say I can't either, but
I know you are way ahead of me on that one. I know. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit with grandkids.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, with grandkids and stuff. Exactly. It's life. It's life in COVID right now. Yeah, it's life in COVID right now, and you just make the best of it. You just do what you can.
Yeah, you do what you can. Right? Yeah. You do what you can. That's all you can do.
That's exactly right. What about you? How are you doing, Julie?
I'm doing all right. I wanted to give. I had a couple people reach out, so that know me not just here on the podcast, but know me and videos and such, but know me like IRL. You know. Like in real life.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm hip. I'm cool. I can speak jive. I had a couple people reach out and ask about my granddaughter. So I mentioned that our granddaughter was born last week and almost 2 weeks ago at this point. And she was born with a few little issues. And she, we take all the prayers, love, light that we can get. She is still in the hospital, will be for the next month or so. So keep your good vibes and thoughts coming that way. So I appreciate the people who did reach out very much. But she's slowly but surely coming along, and we just can't wait to hug and squeeze her. And as AJ, the grandson, says, Yaya just wants to shake her. I just want to love on her and smooch her all over. So I just wanted to start off by saying thank you. It meant a lot for those people who did reach out.
Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you very much.
Yes,
and yep. And we talk, so you know how I feel.
Yeah, I do.
So hey, I have an idea because this is a full week.
It is so full. Like y'all, I can't even snark. There's no time for snark.
No,
there is
no time for snarkiness. We have so much to talk about.
So much.
So why don't we get ahead? Why don't we go if I edited this podcast, I could edit that out, but I don't.
Nope.
So let's go ahead and get going with the news.
Sure.
All right. So, first piece of news that we have. So this is kind of a mix of good and bad this week. I was like,
it's a weird week. It's a weird week.
It is a weird week. It's very odd. So Disney is not opening water parks until March of 2021. And it isn't clear which park they're going to open, Blizzard Beach. Not that I have, and I don't have any opinion of which one I think they should open Blizzard Beach. But yeah, not till March of 2021. I guess that makes sense.
That's really funny because I'm a Typhoon Lagoon girl. I'm just saying.
Are you?
I am.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I do love the wave pool.
Yes.
I like them both. I would be lying. It's just that I like the slides at Blizzard Beach a little more than at Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah.
But I love the wave pool. The wave pool is so awesome. So we have so much fun in that.
Yeah.
So anyway, not till March of 2021. I don't really have any
Mhm.
opinion about that, except that I understand they would be closed for refurbishment anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. At this point, they would be. Yeah.
yeah. So I get it. I totally get
Yeah.
it. Um, so Disney Cruise Line, we have a Disney Cruise Line update. I have an update,
Yes.
and I know you have an update, but your
Okay.
update's the same as mine.
Oh,
So,
I'm glad.
um,
I'm glad you corroborated my
I totally
story.
am corroborating your
Checking off
story. It's
on my
completely what I
resources
found.
here.
It's completely what I found too. So why don't you tell
Yeah.
us what the Disney Cruise Line update is about?
Yeah.
Because we said that the Wish was delayed.
Yes, and the Wish is delayed, and I touched on this a little bit, so it's basically the same thing. So the Wish is delayed just due to the setbacks, COVID setbacks from the builders.
Right.
So, like we talked about before, that the builders, there's 4 shipbuilders out there, four shipbuilders, and they're busy.
Yeah.
And they're all pushed back. So
Well,
the Wish just unfortunately got pushed back like everybody else did.
Well, and
So,
they're waiting for things, right? I mean, they can't get what they
yes.
need. So, you know, they run those on such a tight
Mhm.
schedule to get them
But
out
they
on
have to.
time.
Yeah.
And they just have not been able to get the supplies that they need to finish it up.
Yeah.
So there
So
you go.
it's like we talked about. So
Yeah. So
it's not
that's,
just the Wish. I can tell you 17 different
yeah,
ships that
exactly.
are pushed back now. So
Exactly. Exactly. So there's the Disney Cruise Line update from last week.
yeah.
So, hey, park hours have been extended for the weekend of
Yay.
September 25th through the 27th,
Very exciting.
which is this weekend.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this, you probably either will
You already
already
knew that.
there or it's too
But
late.
that's okay.
But
Yeah.
anyway, they pushed the Magic Kingdom back to 7 p.m., Hollywood Studios to 8 p.m., Epcot to 9 p.m. They
That's
pushed that
exciting,
out
though.
2 hours.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
And Animal Kingdom is opening up at 8 a.m. instead of 9 a.m. and closing at 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. for 2 days.
2 days. Yeah.
So, and this is important because it may become a permanent change. And here's an update to this. It is a permanent change that's
Mhm.
coming down the road. They are going to extend those
is.
hours
Yep.
because I believe starting in October, because
Mhm.
I know my dates have changed. Oh, I guess I gave away the secret, didn't I? I'm horrible at that, aren't I? I
Yeah, I
just
know
can't
you are
even
just
control.
tremendously
So I'm
terrible
going
at
to.
it.
So
Yeah.
the news is I'm going to Disney
Yes.
in the middle of October,
Yeah.
and they have pushed back the hours. They have changed the hours that the parks are open for that
Yes.
time. So I'm very excited about that because I love the nighttime at the parks.
I know.
They
So
are
do we.
they are some of my favorite times.
Yeah.
And so that's really exciting. But hours are extending. The other thing that I'm seeing happening, and this may be I may be jumping the gun here. Am I jumping the gun? No, yeah, I'll keep that down. I'll keep that would be jumping the gun, so I'll just let that go. But there's other updates as far as hours and
Yeah.
stuff going on. So
Yeah, and don't forget what we tell you guys all the time. Check the app, check the app,
that's exactly right.
the app, and check your TV every morning when you're there. All that. Everything's subject to change anyway, so
That's
just
right.
check everything. Yeah.
That's right. So we got an update on the Polynesian report. What's going to happen
Yes.
with the Polynesian report? And let me see if I can pull up. Okay, so on September 28th, the front office area is going to move to a temporary location at Pago Pago, which is Building 11. I have no idea where that is, but I will find it.
You're gonna find
I'm
it.
going to
'Cause you
find
gotta
it
check in, bro.
because I got to check in. Exactly, because that's where I'm staying. The Pot Cochere, which is the front entrance where you drive up, will be unavailable beginning on September 28th. Guests arriving by personal vehicle or Disney Magical Express will be directed to the right from the security kiosk. I'm interested to see how that's going to work.
Yeah,
what that
it's gonna
actually
be
is going to
weird.
look like.
Yeah,
It's going to be
yeah.
weird. Yeah. Operating hours are going to be adjusted beginning on October 4th. So check, like the Kona Cafe, the Moana Mercantile, Pineapple Lanai, and Tambu Lounge. That Tambu Lounge one's important to me.
Yes, it is.
It's very
Yeah,
important to me.
it's very important.
And the monorail station at the Polynesian Village Resort will be closed beginning November 2nd. Now, I have heard
Yeah.
different accounts of that date. So just be ready for it not to be available. I'm hoping that November 2nd is right because I want to be able to ride the monorail.
I know, but we've already talked about this.
Yeah,
it's most likely not going to happen.
Yeah, but and you can walk to the Ticket and Transportation Center. Literally,
Right.
It's literally a hop, skip, and a
there.
jump. It's no problem to get over there, to get to the Magic Kingdom.
Right.
So, but I would like it. They're reporting that it's November 2nd, but I've also heard that it's October 5th. So
Right.
I don't know we don't know which is right yet. But
No, and that may just have to do with the other things they need to do first.
Right. That's what I think that it is.
To get to that point.
Yeah, so. That's what I think that it is. Even Tom Corliss last night on WDW News Tonight was not really commenting on that. He was more talking about the design that they've shown, which is nice. I like it. It's going to be lovely.
It will be.
But yeah, so that's the news of the Polynesian Resort update. Lots happening there. Keep an eye out for that. If you're heading there, just keep looking. And be prepared,
and then
be flexible.
When you're down there, you're going to be our roving reporter.
I am totally going to be the roving reporter. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's really my whole job. That's
jam right there,
my
man.
Jam
that
right
is
there.
Totally
Exactly.
Jam.
I'm so excited.
I may or may not be trying to weasel my way in for a couple of days while he's down there.
And I've told her she is welcome to sleep outside my door.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
I can lean up
sleep
like
in
a
the
really
hallway.
bad ex-girlfriend.
I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah,
exactly.
I know. It's nice. It's nice. Where the security guys can be like, "Oh, you're here stalking people again? Get out." Yeah. Nice lady. Yeah. Nice try.
That's
you don't know anybody here either.
I thought.
Did you just...
Has that order already been? Has that order already ended? Are you here again?
Yeah, right. Straining order. Damn it. Doesn't work if you're not at home. No. That's not how that works. I make light of a restraining order. Don't yell at me.
No, not at all. No, I will have plenty of room in my place for her to stay
after the restraining order is extended.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, hey, the Disney Marathon weekend and Princess Half Marathon have been canceled for 2021.
Yep.
And the thing that I thought was funny, and I've always thought this was funny.
This is why I'm laughing. I could hear this in his voice. Say it out loud. Go ahead.
They're going to be virtual races. Really?
Yes. That's what I could hear, everyone.
Really?
That's the thing I heard. As soon as I saw it on the paper, which was not paper, it's my screen, I heard, really?
So here's my complaint about that. And it's really expensive. Like if you've not run a Disney race, they're really expensive. And I'm not paying that much money for a medal.
No.
I'm paying that much money for the experience.
I was going to sign up for one if it was going to go virtual because I'm like, ooh, I could sign up and do it here and it'll be less money. No.
No, it's the same amount.
No,
I'm like
silly.
Those must. Yeah. I'm looking at my medals right now because I have like 5 Disney Marathon medals, and I'm like, they must be much more valuable than I thought.
It could be worth something.
I'm like, maybe worth some money there.
Have you tried biting down on? Is it real gold? No,
I know exactly. No, it's not real gold. It's not. But I just think it's a lot of money for a virtual race. Honestly, I'm just like, because part of, really what you're paying for is you're paying for the whole experience. You're paying for getting the chance to run through all the parks and to be with the characters. And nobody runs that race to try to get a personal best. No one. Unless you are one of the elite runners trying to win it, right? And that's a completely different race than the rest of us.
No, that would not be this fat chick who
that would not be me
just
either.
for the medal and to say I did it. And I would be walking. Let's be honest. Yeah.
It is so much fun. Those races are so much fun. I even thought about, so I've done the Goofy race, which is the half marathon on Saturday and the full marathon on Sunday. I've even thought about doing the Dopey race, which is doing all 4 races, which is the 5K, the 10K, the half, and then the full, because the 5 and 10K, you can just walk those. You don't have to run those.
Pretty much walk any of them.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would run.
Yeah, and so I'm like, so I thought I would possibly even think about signing up for that, but virtual, there's no way.
No. And I've only been told that here's what I know about the races. If one of the carts has to pick you up, it's bad.
Yeah. You don't get your medal, you get nothing.
You get nothing. If they got to pick you up in the cart, it's bad. And the crowd is waiting for rope drop behind you, so they will trample you.
Yeah. It's if the bus picks you up, that's bad. You don't want to be scooped. Yeah, nope. That's true. And that's in any race. That's in any race. Yeah. That's a risk you take if you're going to walk it, really.
Yeah.
So that's enough about the marathon. Whatever.
It really cracked me up because I was I see where we're going here.
Oh yeah, totally. It's just way too expensive for that.
Yeah.
So there's fireworks testing happening at EPCOT. Now here's what I love. So they're testing to make sure that all those things still work.
Right, because it's been a hot minute.
Because it's been a while, exactly. And they're getting closer to Harmonious being ready to be tested. Now that the park is going to be open until 9, they can start really thinking about bringing that out now. And so, and that's exciting. That's really exciting. But what made me laugh is that when I found out about it, I knew that they were going to do it. Like the announcement had been made. And so I was like, well, I'm going to check out YouTube and see what I can see.
Right.
I came across a video that was 2.5 hours.
Oof.
2.5 hours waiting for these fireworks. Now, here's what you need to know about when they were testing these fireworks.
At the last 30 seconds?
Yeah, exactly. So, like the last 30 minutes. So, what you need to know is that the fireworks are tested one at a time.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 to 4 minutes, if not 5 minutes, in between each shell.
Yeah.
2.5 hours. It's a YouTube video that's 2.5 hours. I was like, that is no.
You know what that is?
Looking at the sky.
That is a lot of commitment,
looking at the sky.
y'all. Let's take that in for you, the viewers and the listeners.
Yes.
That's a lot of commitment for you.
Yeah, it was a live video, right? I mean, he was doing it live, so
still, nope.
Yeah, it was a live stream, but yeah, no, it was way too much. And I watched about 5 fireworks go off, and I was like, okay, done. Done, because there was no music or anything, and it wasn't like they were shooting off a bunch of them.
No,
they had some pretty fireworks, some pretty shells went up and exploded, but yeah, no, I was like, no, thank you, no, thank you. A lot
of commitment for
nothing.
It was. Yeah.
So
you were a better man than I. After the first one, I'd have been like, nope.
Oh no, I scrubbed through it. Are you kidding? I scrubbed through it. I couldn't. There was no way I was sitting through that. You know me better than that. I have the attention span of a gnat.
Through that thing? Yeah.
I have an attention span of a gnat. There's no way. Yeah. Maybe that's why I like Disney so much, because I have such a short attention span.
That's why you like me.
That's totally why I like you.
I know, shiny.
Yeah, shiny. We are Doug.
I just met you, and I think I love you.
And I think I love you. That's exactly right.
That's true.
Hey, the Space 220 restaurant sign has been installed at EPCOT. That's really good. That's really good news. That means they're moving forward now, because that restaurant should have already been opened, like at the end of 2019. So, that's a good sign. They lost their executive chef, and so it's been a big, and then COVID. I mean, it's been a big thing. So it's nice that they put the sign up. You can't see it yet. It's still covered, but we all know it's there. So there you go. Aulani begins phased reopening on November 1st.
This is exciting for lots of reasons. Yeah. So I'm going to talk Hawaii for a hot second as I'm putting my travel agent hat on for y'all. Be aware that traveling to Hawaii, there will be testing that needs to happen. Yes, it's the United States, but you have to go from here to there. So be aware there are certain and Hawaii's been on strict lockdown.
Yep.
So they're more strict than anywhere else, almost anywhere else. So just be aware, talk to your travel professional about what kind of testing needs to be done before you go over there and what will need to be done when you come back. So.
Yep. Yeah. And, it's just the exciting thing is that Hawaii has figured out how to reopen.
Yeah, and they've been wanting to.
Yeah,
of
course.
Need us to come there.
Because it's a tourist economy. And so, and then Aulani, to get that to be a phased reopening is really nice too. Yes. I have not been there yet. Exciting. I am dying to go there. I just haven't been there yet.
Same.
I've heard nothing but brilliant things about it.
We got to get it on the list, bro.
Yeah, I know. I agree. You're preaching to the choir.
I know. I better talk to my boss about that.
Yeah, you need to talk to your boss about that. I should talk to my boss about it.
Right?
Yeah, totally. I think what we're waiting on is a child to get to college. And that would not be the one that's applying for colleges right now.
No.
So, we'll see.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. It'll happen.
We'll figure it out.
It'll happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat are going to begin refurbishment on October 1st, and it's through early 2021.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, which probably means that they're going to drain the river. Is what that means, because whenever they do anything, it is time. Well, the last time was in 2018,
right?
But whenever they have something like that, that's like 3 months with water, it usually means they're draining, because that's a process.
Yeah.
And so nobody's quite sure what's going to happen. I think they probably have some ideas to do to Tom Sawyer Island, and the riverboat. Who knows? I mean, really, we're just gonna have to wait and see. They haven't really announced what they're doing with it yet. So
but it's time. It's time for some, a little bit of zhuzhing and little
bit
fresh
of
makeup and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just time, because you don't think about it. For a lot of people, they don't think about it because they don't go there a whole lot, because it's a forgotten area.
Right.
But it's out in the elements all the time.
Yeah.
And they need to drain it every few years anyway, just to get all the stuff out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's happening.
Yeah.
There is a new. Okay, I'm. You know how I feel about merchandise stories,
yes.
But I am a pin collector, so and I love to pin trade, and so this one caught this one caught my attention. There's a new cast member hidden Disney pin, pin set. They're not calling it Hidden Mickey. There is a Hidden Mickey pin set, but they're calling this a Hidden Disney pins, and they are very cute. They are really cute. You can only get them from the cast member lanyards. You can only get them by trading. You can't buy them. And they have like villain masks, like Mardi Gras masks, which I am in love with. I was like, they are brilliant. And then the other ones that I liked are only in Disneyland.
Of course.
I was like, well, that stinks.
You know how you are.
They do have Bugs Life. They do have Bugs Life. The Pixar for Walt Disney World is Bugs Life, and I do love Bugs Life. Heimlich is one of my favorite characters.
Yes.
Look, I'm a beautiful butterfly. He's one of my all-time favorites.
He just has so much self-confidence.
I know. I love him. Just love him. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. If you're heading out there, make sure that you get legit pins. If you buy off of eBay, do not buy pins that are less than $1.50 a piece.
Right.
Because that means they are not real. I could give you all sorts of, and there are great videos out there of people explaining what bad pins are. And you also have to be careful on pin boards when you're trading what you're getting, right? So, anyway, just get real pins. There's no reason not to get real pins. You can get lots of pins on eBay. They're just more expensive, right? You're probably going to spend $2 a pin, which is nothing.
Right.
Nothing. It's a fraction of the cost. So it's worth it to make sure you're getting legitimate pins.
Right.
But I love pin trading. It's very fun. We need to do a show on it, because I just love it.
Yes. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Hey, crowds are going up.
Yes.
I can't figure out if it's because Disney's I'm not sure what's going on. But a couple of times, a couple of the pictures have looked almost uncomfortable level to me. So the crowds are going up. I know that Disney Springs reached capacity this past Saturday evening. You couldn't park, nothing. So, just be aware of that.
Yeah.
The crowds are getting bigger in Animal Kingdom, and they have been bigger at Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios has had the biggest crowds because obviously they have Rise of the Resistance and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and everybody wants to ride those two things. Animal Kingdom over this past weekend has been larger also.
Yes.
So just be aware. I'll be able to tell you when I'm down there what it looks like, and I'll give you an honest assessment of how I feel about it and what's going on. But crowds are going up. So that's good. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing. But if you're expecting to go now to an empty park, probably not going to be.
Yeah, that time has passed.
I missed that. I missed that boat.
Missed the window.
Please, it's still not up to where
It's
was.
not capacity right now, and capacity of reality of what we're used to. When we say capacity, totally different.
Yeah, completely different.
Totally different.
So and I mean, they're not using FastPass yet. They're not even sure they're going to reuse FastPass. There are
Right.
surveys going out about it. There are surveys going out asking about FastPass and queues,
Yes.
like they use for Rise of the Resistance.
Right.
So I'm thinking that they're thinking FastPass Plus may be a thing of the past.
I kind of hope so, but that's just me.
So I have very mixed feelings about FastPass Plus. I love it as a person that uses it and is aware of it, but there are so many people that are not aware of it and don't know how to use it, and
Or
and
people who just don't know how to use it properly.
Yeah. And so I have very mixed feelings about it. For me personally, it's a great thing. For others, it's not. And it does make the standby line a lot longer. So
and that's a whole topic we can discuss. I have many opinions on.
Yes, I have many opinions. Can you imagine us having opinions? That's just shocking. Just
not
shocking.
About something as tried as a FastPass Plus. Get the soapbox out.
Exactly. Grandma and Grandpa are going to talk.
You have lots of good baby news right now.
I do. So there's a new baby giraffe at the Animal Kingdom. So cute, adorable, just adorable.
Yes.
All I've seen of it so far is just its face, but it is so adorable.
So cute.
So cute. And 3 rhinos are pregnant.
3. That's a lot of COVID babies.
That's a lot of COVID babies.
There's a lot of COVID things going on.
Yeah,
but
that's really that's really exciting because they're also working on conservation for the species, and to have 3 pregnant is amazing.
Some rhinos are getting some COVID action.
I'm telling you, they're getting some action, aren't they? Yeah, so that's really exciting. So that's good baby news from the Animal Kingdom. Things are obviously going well.
Yay!
COVID suits the animals.
They're like, you know what? Without all these gawkers, we can get some things done.
Yeah, we can get some. We can get busy here.
We got it going on.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if they play music that's like bow, 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 down at night. Put on some Barry White for the rhinos.
That's funny. I can't think about Barry White the same way anymore. You ruined it. Barry White.
Ever since Chef on South Park, I've not been able to think about that kind of music the same. That's never been the same.
You have watched South Park, and I have not in years. So there you go.
I love South Park.
I can't say that.
Chefs de France are taking reservations for the beginning of October. As a matter of fact, they're starting taking reservations for October 8th. That's actually a little later than they thought they were going to. It's pushed back a couple days, but who cares?
Right.
Chef de France. Do you realize I've never eaten there?
Oh, well, let's change that.
Yeah, it's one of the few restaurants at EPCOT that I've never eaten at. I've also never eaten at the beer garden.
Oh,
well, really? Now think about that.
Huh.
Of course I haven't eaten at the beer garden. I mean, I don't eat meat.
Well.
And it's a lot of sausage.
I'm gonna let that go. We're just gonna move on. You said that out loud, and I wasn't gonna touch that, and we're just gonna move. Let's move to the next item.
Move on anyway. But that also means that hopefully,
thank you.
Hopefully, that means that Monsieur Paul's going to also reopen soon. We can hope. We'll cross our fingers for that. That's a little harder because it's upstairs and completely enclosed. And
still trying to get past the whole sausage comment.
Hey, I thought we were moving on.
Just keep the train moving. My head is just swirling.
Just vegetarian at the vegetarian.
You can see what was happening in my eyeballs right now, but you just keep moving. Keep the train rolling.
Vegetarian word just doesn't work there. So anyway, some sad news.
Yes. This one made me really super sad.
This made a lot of people really super sad. This was a sad one. The Grand Floridian Society Orchestra is ending after 32 years. 32 years, ladies and gentlemen. That is the band, the orchestra that plays in the Grand Floridian.
We just talked about this. Yeah,
we did just talk about it because they changed the name and moved them over to the theater in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
And they've been playing, get this, they've been playing 9 shows a day, 7 days a week in that theater.
So sad.
That is outrageous. Really sad. And they changed instead of the the Grand Floridian Society Orchestra. They just changed their name to the Disney Society Orchestra, which I already knew that's what they had done. But now they've said that they're done as of October 1st. They are no longer employed, and that theater is going to go dark.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll put something new in there instead of the tired, bad costumes. Was that my outside voice?
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna keep moving.
But so that's not great. That's not great. But by the same token, it looks like they're getting ready to bring back the Frozen sing-along. So
I saw that.
They are bringing.
Thrilled.
So they are bringing, equity actors back slowly. You can now build a lightsaber at Savi's.
Yes.
And that's an equity performer. So
there were people who were very excited about that.
Yeah,
so
I just can't spend $200 on it. I just
no,
can't.
I'm not.
I would rather have somebody
much.
else spend the $200 and me stand behind them and watch.
Right?
Because I'm just not. I don't know. I would spend the $200 and then I just go out and give it away. I just don't
It's
care.
True. He does that a lot, y'all.
Care.
If you see him, he does that. He gives
just
little things
ask, and
away
I'll
all the
probably
time.
I'll probably give it to you. It really is true. I probably would.
No, don't take his lightsaber.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't take Jim's lightsaber. That's just wrong.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Hey, the building on the safari that we've been talking about that they were building that nobody knew what it was about, that nobody knew it was for. Well, we now know what it is.
Yes.
It's going to be a goat display. They're going to have goats
Why
there.
not?
So, you know that they have goats.
Yeah.
Right? They have goats. And like the couple times I've run the marathon, they always have the goats out for you to greet the goats and say they love it. They love the people. They love being around them.
So are they going to do
excited.
like goat yoga out there?
I don't know, but the building
place?
Is obviously for the goats to climb on, right?
Sure, but
I don't know.
They should have goat yoga classes out there. That would be great.
Interesting.
Like you're going on the safari and all of a sudden people are doing goat yoga. Somebody would pay for goat yoga on the safari ride. It's a premium. You're in the safari ride.
I love that. I would do
goat
it.
Yoga.
I would do it. I would totally do it in a heartbeat. I would do it.
Yelling at the goat. It's the goat's fault. I'm not doing the right pose.
The goat. And the problem is, Julie, that the goats are taller than you. So
it's true. I would get another restraining order from the safari ride and the goats. That would be great. I would frame that and be like, hey, I got the restraining order from the goats. Ha-ha. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, so it's going to be a goat display. I'm not sure that the safari really needs a goat display.
That's what I'm like. Why? Unless you're doing goat yoga, that makes no sense.
I can hardly wait to hear how it's going to end up in the spiel. I want to know how it's going to end up in the spiel that the domesticated.
And this is our goat display.
The domesticated goats. Yeah.
I got nothing. They're goats.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it'll be interesting. Maybe they have some special ghosts. Maybe they have some special goats that are just like African goats that are special and in the wild.
Are there African goats? I have not Googled this, y'all.
Yes, there are African goats, but I don't know anything about them.
There are African goats?
Yeah.
The more you know. Rainbow Star.
The more you know. There you go. Exactly.
Did not know there were African goats.
Yeah. So we're going to have to wait and see. Who knows? Yeah.
I'm tickled by all of it.
I just think it's great. I think it's great they're going to have a goat display. A goat display. A goat exhibit during the safari. I think it's great. I think it's great. So, hey, new things. It'll bring new people to it. Totally.
Absolutely.
It'll totally bring new people to that ride. Do whatever you got to do.
In a million years, the goats would be the go-to for the safari ride.
I know. Not me.
Yeah.
Not me. Nope. Certainly not me. Hey, we got through all of that news pretty quickly.
What?
That was pretty good. Hey, if you have questions or anything that you want to hear further about, let us know.
If you have questions, please tell us.
Please let us know. Leave a comment.
Be nice, but please tell us if you have questions, because we have questions. I always have questions. There are always follow-up questions. Be glad you are not behind the scenes after we're done. So I'm like, I read this, and what the heck, y'all? Because I have many follow-up questions about the goats alone.
Yes.
So another podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, hey, feel free to leave a comment. You can send an email to me, jim@thegoofyguy.com. You can leave a comment at thegoofyguy.com. You can leave a comment on Instagram, Pinterest, or Twitter. It's The Goofy Guy blog. On Facebook, it's The Goofy Guy. On YouTube, it's The Goofy Guy. You can find it all of those places. And also, brand new, you can call and leave a message if you want.
Yes.
We have a new telephone number. It's not necessarily convenient to remember, but, we'll try our best. Maybe I'll make a little jingle.
It's not convenient, or you won't remember it.
You won't remember it, but I'll put it in the notes. But it is...
What are you talking about?
So the phone number, our new phone number, and it's also not toll free. Sorry, folks. I don't make any money doing this yet, and so I can't afford an 800 number. I can't do it. Can't do it. Anyway, so the telephone number is 312-566-7928. That's 312-566-7928. Please feel free to call, leave a message. And if you're in, hey, do a Lou Mangello thing, man. If you are in the parks, call us and let us know you're in the parks. We would love to hear that. I will play those. I will put those on the air. Yeah. So, and if it's a nice message, I'll definitely put it on the air. Maybe I'll tack it to the end or who knows. But please feel free to reach out. Also, give us a 5-star rating and review. We really appreciate it. It helps other people find this podcast. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, be sure you click that like button, click the subscribe and the notification icon so that you're always notified of when a new video comes out. I just released a new podcast, actually. I just put a new Magic Music review out. It's actually not new, but it's new to the Goofy Guy. It's the Villains Simply Sinister Songs, which I love. It's one of my favorite recordings.
It's one of my favorites. Yeah,
nothing better than a villain with a song. Just nothing better.
Always a good thing.
Always the best. Always the best. So, hey, Julie, now that they know where to get a hold of me, how can they get a hold of you?
Oh, you guys know the deal. If you go out to cftravelco.com, say it with me, everybody. That's crazyfortravel.com. You go out there, you can get a hold of me, hit that chat button. It goes straight to my phone, and I will chat with you. Give me a hot second.
It does
go straight to me. Several people have done that, and I appreciate it. And it's always fun to have people say, hey, I heard you on the Goofy Guy. So cool.
No, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. Hey, everybody, thanks so much for listening. We really know you have a lot of choices to listen to for podcasts, especially Disney podcasts. And we appreciate that you've chosen us. Please share the word, share the love, and go out to thegoofyguy.com and sign up for the Goofy Guy newsletter so that you can always stay on top of what's happening here at the Goofy Guy, because things are changing a lot around here. So also be sure that you're registered to vote and vote. Please, just vote. We need to vote. Everybody needs to vote. And so please get out there, register, and vote. I don't even care who you vote for. That's none of my business. I just want you to participate. So take care of your friends, take care of your neighbors, make sure you're wearing your masks, check on your friends and neighbors, because that's what we're all here to do, take care of each other. So with that, I think it's time to say goodbye, Julie.
Bye, Julie.
We'll talk to you all later.